Yo, what's going on, man? So in this video, I'm gonna be going over the 7 signs that a woman does not like you and that she actually has low interest in you. Now, the reason for today's video is not to make you feel insecure, to make you feel bad about yourself, to make you feel less than, or anything like that. The reason why I wanted to make today's video is that way when you come across a woman that you're meeting for the first time, or maybe you're starting to see, maybe you've gone on a couple dates with her and you see that she's starting to display any of these 7 signs to you, then it's best, in my opinion, that you just go your separate ways from her and you focus on the woman that is actually into you, that has high interest in you. Because when you focus on women that truly like you and have high interest in you, your dating life overall is just gonna be a lot better. Now, before we do hop into today's 7 signs, if you want extra help when it comes to maximizing your looks, becoming the most attractive version of yourself, and being able to attract women that actually like you and have high interest in you, then I would highly suggest that you check out my free IAB training. I'll have a link down below in the description in the pinned comment. You can check that out after today's video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's hop into the 7 signs. So sign number 1 is that she doesn't make herself easily available to you. So one of the sayings that I like to say on this channel quite a bit is that women who are into you, women that really do like you, that have high interest in you, they're not going to create their own roadblocks and obstacles that would prevent them from getting to you. Whereas on the opposite side of things, when a woman isn't into you, when she's not that attracted to you, when she has low interest in you, she's actually going to create obstacles and roadblocks that will prevent you from getting to her. And if you see that when you try to meet up with a woman, you try to go on a date with her or whatever the case is, and you see that she constantly tells you that she's busy, that she has a lot going on the next couple weeks, or let's say that she's like a photographer or something like that and she's in her very busy season, whatever the case is, if she's constantly coming up with reasons and excuses as to why she's busy, she can't see you, or she'll check her schedule and let you know, but she never gets back to you. If she's doing things like that, it's because she's not really feeling you like that. She's not that attracted to you. And when women say these type of things, it's more so a subtle way of letting a man down easy in hopes that he loses interest in her and that he stops pursuing her. That way she doesn't have to be more upfront and direct about the fact that she's not really feeling the man like that. And when you're displaying these type of behaviors where you're trying to constantly see the woman, you're trying to constantly get her out, well, the more high interest you're displaying to her, and especially if you have more interest in her than she does for you, which is usually going to be the case in this type of context, well, the woman's definitely not going to feel any type of urgency to meet up with you if she can feel that you simply like her more than she likes you. Right? So that's sign number 1, is that she doesn't make herself easily available to you and that she actually comes up with excuses and reasons as to why she can't see you. Now, sign number 2 is that you have to constantly sell her on the idea of meeting up with you. So this is just going off of sign number 1, but if you find yourself constantly having to sell the woman on the idea of seeing you, meeting up with you, then bro, you gotta cut your losses and move on, because you shouldn't have to feel like you are a salesman and overcome a woman's objections as far as her excuses or her reasonings as to why she can't meet up with you. Because a woman that really likes you, that is really into you, she's going to be all for meeting up with you, right? You're not going to have to convince her to go out with you. You're not going to have to convince her to meet up with you for a simple drink or anything like that. Like, women that are really into you, that really like you, they are going to try to see you. They're going to try to figure out anything that they can do to meet up with you. They're going to try to accommodate your schedule. That's really how women that are really into you will act when it comes to wanting to see you. And if you have to say things like, I promise you it's going to be worth it, I promise you I'll make it worth your time, I promise you I'm not going to keep you out too late. Like, if you're having to say these type of things, man, and you're seeing that a woman isn't basically giving you a hell yes. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. If you're seeing that a woman isn't giving you a hell yes as far as meeting up with you, wanting to see you, and again, you're having to overcome all these objections and excuses as to why she's not really trying to meet up with you, or you can tell that she's not 100% certain about meeting up with you, then again, bro, cut your losses and move on, because a woman that is really into you is not going to require you to sell her on the idea of meeting up with you. She's already sold on you. She's already sold on the fact that she wants to meet up with you because she's highly attracted to you and she has high interest in you. So just keep that in mind, because at the end of the day, a woman either likes you or she doesn't. She's either attracted to you or she's not. There's no amount of words or any specific magic words that you can say to a woman that will change this. So keep all this in mind when it comes to interacting with women in general. If you see that you have to sell her on the idea of meeting up with you, it's a no-go from there. Cut your losses and move on. Now, moving on to sign number 3 is that she flakes without rescheduling. So if you see that a woman all of a sudden has something that came up when you guys were supposed to meet up, and she doesn't offer to reschedule, she doesn't give you a different time or day to meet up with you, then keep it moving, bro. She's not really feeling you like that. Because if a woman genuinely has something pop up abruptly in her schedule that would prevent her from actually going on the date with you or meeting up with you, but she's actually into you, she's actually attracted to you, she has high interest in you, then she would offer different times and days to reschedule and meet up with you. She would be more accommodating to your schedule, because not only does she want to see you, but she also feels bad. She understands that she's flaking on you, or at least having to reschedule with you in this particular context. And because she wants to see you, because she feels bad, she's going to be more accommodating. She's going to try to work more around your schedule, and she's going to be apologetic about this, right? Women that don't care about you like that, that aren't into you like that, that don't really like you, they're going to flake on you, not reschedule. They're going to flake on you and not give a damn, because they're not that into you. And really, women who do this, when they flake, they don't offer to reschedule, they flake abruptly, they didn't really have much of any intention, not really serious intentions of meeting up with you. Most of the time, these type of women were just more than likely seeking attention, validation from you. And if you also see that a woman all of a sudden flakes on you without rescheduling, oftentimes it's because the man that she really wanted, that she was really into, decided to circle back around, and now she wants to put her time and energy and attention towards that man, because that was a man that she really wanted in the first place. So that's sign number 3, is that she flakes without rescheduling. Now, moving on to sign number 4, this is just going off of the last one, is rebound energy. Yes, rebound energy. So if a woman is giving you rebound energy, she doesn't really like you, right? She just likes the attention and the ego boost that you're giving her. She feels like she's getting a win off of you, especially if she's just coming out of a relationship. And that's really the number one way to know if you are basically the rebound, that she's giving you rebound energy, is that she just got out of a relationship. And if you see that a woman just got out of a relationship that you're going on a date with, maybe you met her on Instagram or from a dating app or in person, really doesn't matter. Whatever the case is, if you see that a woman is just getting out of a relationship, she told you that she just got out of a relationship, and especially if the boyfriend ended the relationship and she didn't want the relationship to end, she was actually trying to make it work, especially in that particular context, I would just keep it moving, bro. I wouldn't even try to make something happen. I wouldn't try to make something transpire. Even if you're trying to make something like short-term transpire, as far as like short-term intimacy and stuff like that, I still don't think it's worth it, because that woman is still stuck on her ex and his energy is still looming, because she's just coming fresh out of a relationship being with that dude. And like I said in my last point, this is another reason why a woman may ghost you or just suddenly flake on you, is because the man that she really wants, and more specifically in this context, the ex-boyfriend that she's still kind of messing with on and off, even though she's not in an actual relationship with him, decided to come back around, spin the block, and she wants to go back to him or mess with him for the time being. So this is why I would suggest that if you're coming across a woman that just got out of a relationship, don't expect anything serious or of significance to transpire from this situation. I wouldn't even be trying to make something short term happen from this. And really, it's just best in your interest to avoid these type of women that just got out of a relationship and focus on women who've been single for a while. They're not stuck on their ex-boyfriend or anything like that, and they're looking to start fresh with somebody new. That's who I would suggest that you focus on. And of course, those women give you high interest and they are highly attracted to you. So that's sign number 4, is that she is looking at you as a rebound and she's giving you rebound energy. Now, moving on to sign number 5, is that she doesn't initiate contact with you. So if you notice that you are always the one that has to initiate contact with a woman, more than likely she has low interest in you, and she also expects you to do 100% of the pursuing, because you're going to come across different types of women who you would otherwise never hear from unless you were the one that was constantly doing the reaching out. Now, when you're first, let's say, meeting a woman, you're talking to her, let's say you met her from a dating app or social media or in person, again, it really doesn't matter. In the very beginning stages, you're probably going to do more of the pursuing and the leading. You should be leading all the time, but you're more so going to have to be the one that does the pursuing. But that also depends on the attraction level that a woman has for you. But you will probably do a little bit more of the pursuing in the beginning. But if you see that even after a couple of dates with a woman that she's still not initiating contact and that you wouldn't hear from her unless you were the one that was doing the contacting, then she's more than likely not into you like that. Because women, when they are very attracted to you, when you are on their mind, they have high interest in you and they want to see you, they will also initiate the contact. They will reach out to you. They'll check in with you. They'll see how you're doing. They'll let you know that they want to see you again. They will do the pursuing. And I want you to remember something, is that women pursue the men that they really want and that they are attracted to. I repeat, women pursue the men that they really want and are attracted to. Now, moving on to sign number 6 is that there's no intimate escalation or no progression towards intimacy. So if you've gone on a couple dates or meetups with women and you see that there's no progression towards intimate escalation, she's not that attracted to you. And this doesn't mean that you two have to be full on intimate the first night or after the first date, but if you're noticing that after a couple dates, like you guys haven't really broke the touch barrier much, you guys haven't held hands for a brief moment of time, maybe holding her hand to guide her across the street or something like that, you guys haven't kissed at all, you haven't made out. If you haven't noticed that per each date that you've gone on, that there hasn't been a steady progression of physical escalation or intimacy, that's a bad sign. That's usually a sign that she's not physically attracted to you and that she's not into you like that. Because I'm gonna tell you this, when a woman is highly attracted to you, when she's highly interested in you, not only will she want things to progressively escalate, not only will she allow you to have things progressively escalate towards intimacy, but she may even be the one that escalates on you. Women will oftentimes escalate physically on the man that she is into, whether that's kissing him, making out with him, or going beyond that. You know what I'm talking about. Women have asked me like, hey, can I kiss you? Women have just pulled me in, just start kissing me and making out with me. Now, don't rely on this. Don't rely on this. You should still be leading as a man, but don't be surprised at the same time if you notice that this happens to you when you actually interact with women that are highly interested in you, highly attracted to you, and just overall really like you. Now, moving on to the 7th and the final sign that a woman does not like you, and that is you're just simply not her first option. So if you're not a woman's first option, meaning you're not her type, she's not highly attracted to you, she isn't pursuing you, she doesn't view you as her first/best option, she just simply doesn't like you like that. Because women who are actually into you, really like you, they're highly attracted to you, they're not going to do the things that I discussed in today's video. They're not going to show these type of signs because they view you as their first or their best option. Really, the first/best option kind of goes hand in hand, right? But when you're not a woman's first option, then that's when she starts to play games. That's when she starts to make life more difficult for you. That's when she's going to make things more confusing for you, right? Meaning if you constantly have to ask yourself, like, does this woman like me? Is she into me? I can't tell. That should give you the answer right there that she doesn't like you, that she's not into you. Because women who are highly into you, that do like you, that are attracted to you, they're not going to make you have all these mind games going on in your head. They're not going to make you second guess her attraction for you, because women they're going to do this in subtle ways, but they are going to display in subtle ways, again, that they are highly attracted to you and that they like you and that they're into you, because they don't want to lose you to other women. So they're going to find more indirect ways by showcasing to you that they are into you and that they like you. But if you're dealing with a woman that is constantly making you confused or second guessing as to whether or not she likes you, more than likely she doesn't like you. Because women, again, that are highly into you will make it known in some way, shape, or form that they do in fact like you. With that being said, again, if you want extra help when it comes to maximizing your looks, becoming the most attractive version of yourself, and attracting the women that not only do you desire, but are actually going to have high interest in you, have high attraction for you, and overall make your dating life a lot easier and better, then again, I would highly suggest that you check out my free IAB training. Again, I will have it linked down below in the description and the pinned comment. With that being said, if you got a lot of value from this video, please give it a like, subscribe for more videos like this. And with that being said, I will talk to you in the next video.